Yeah, welcome to my channel. Um, I'm not sure what to say about this exactly because it's more of a case where when they let Alonso go, the whole reasoning was because they were hoping to basically and getting Simmons as well too was more so that Stearns was saying like we want to now have a good defense behind in the field. Signing Bo Bichette, I'm a little confused. I mean, I understand from an offensive perspective, he makes sense that aspect, but at the same time, he was a shortstop, never played third base. I don't know where this is coming exactly, like what the plan is, because it makes no sense. Defensively speaking, he might be a huge liability, especially on that hard corner. He might be a huge liability. Um, we never had a true third baseman since David Wright. Honestly, since David Wright was gone, I mean, Frazier was good, but like Todd Frazier was good, but like reality is like we need a good third baseman. I thought Mauricio and or Batty might have been that third baseman, and they would eventually come up with their offensive skill sets because they did show some offensive skills. But by signing Bo Bichette, granted now it's a short term. It's like he has an opt out in the second year and the third year, which might be beneficial for the Mets. But reality is I don't know how he fits in the Mets defensive scheme of things. I know on the offensive side of things. Again, let me know your thoughts because I would love to know what your thoughts are about this signing as well too. Quite honestly, because on one hand it's like yes, offensively it makes sense. On the second hand, it's like I'm honestly thinking more of the point of maybe have Batty or Mauricio play third. Let the kids develop at this point. Quite honestly, because Batty did show some signs. Mauricio, there were some cases where he was, just lackadaisical playing third base, but I think eventually he'll get to it. I don't know, but I could be wrong. And then now the fact is like you're getting Bichette, it moves Batty and Mauricio out of position, and like Acuna as well too, because like now you don't have to know, you have no idea what those three what happens with those three. Vientos, it'll be interesting to see what happens. I mean, honestly, he's probably going to be playing first base, most likely. There's no way he's playing any position at this point. Um, Batty maybe could play left field. I guess I don't know, but reality is it's like we got a logjam of players now that some of them are good and some of them are not. I don't know how it works out because quite honestly, you got Lindor and Soto. So now with Bichette, I think he complements those three basically. But I'm not sure how this works out in the long term, or even the short term for that matter. I'm not sure what the Mets are doing right now. Cohen has all this money, and everyone knows Cohen has all this money. And the fact of the matter is like everyone he signed, he was willing to overpay for. But it's one of those things where look what's happened. Is it a Cohen thing or is it a Stearns thing? And it looks like this is Stearns, and for whatever reason, Stearns thinks that he can build the Mets into a contender, uh, based on the fact that like what happened last year. But I don't know if that happened or not because let's be honest. I mean, the last year it didn't work out. The year before that, we got very lucky. I think that was pure luck more than anything else. Um, but like I said, it's a matter of time to figure out what's going to happen and what's not going to happen. Honestly, so um, but again, time will only tell. But we have to wait and see what the Mets are doing, and what Stern's plan is for the next 2 months. Because right now it's like this, they can't be stopping it here. The thing is, everyone knows pitching is where it's at, and even the Mets knew it showed last year that the Mets pitching was their pretty much their weakness. So they're not strengthening it, and I don't know what they're planning to do now because like they haven't strengthened it and their bullpen is pretty much in an array now at this point. So like, are they hoping for the minor leaguers to come up and start pitching like the way McLean did, as well as Tong and Sprout? Are they expecting more? I don't know, honestly. It's it's going to be interesting to see what happens in the next 2 months actually, because I don't think this is the end of it. There must be some plan somewhere somehow, but reality is like I think Cohen with his money he's not going to be able to buy players like he thought he would be able to. It seems like everyone wants to go to the Dodgers. The only thing is, it's like it's kind of weird. Everyone's been asking since Shohei Ohtani deferred his money. Everyone's been asking, it's like, hey, can you defer your money? Everyone's saying no, specifically to the Mets. I think Ohtani is showing that like he is that team sports. He was all about team sports. I don't understand why the Mets never made a play for him. They should have gone aggressively for him. You bring him on board, I think everyone would have followed. I mean, Soto would have followed for sure at that point. And even the Yankees, for that matter, too. It's like no one wants to go to the Yankees. I mean, it used to be the Yankees or I don't want to say Cleveland, but it was the Yankees or the Astros probably, or even the I hate to say it, but the Rangers as well too. But like reality is like it's going to be now everyone's just going all to the Dodgers at this point. So like they want that World Series ring basically. If they want that World Series ring, go to the Dodgers, and you get your payday as well too. It's surprising how the Dodgers have built a dynasty. Let's be honest, they built a dynasty, and like they are the new Yankees. The Yankees are trying to we're that dynasty for the past 20 years, or such, or 25 years, I would say. And now, actually not 25 years, maybe 27, 30 years, I would say. Yeah, about 30 years, close to 30 years, pretty much. Whereas the Dodgers, they're back to being a dynasty again. Can the Mets get to that point? Only a matter of time. And the thing is Cohen's got, with New Yorkers, we got a short memory. We're ADHD basically, or ADD. We need, we need the things. It's more of the instant gratification, basically. We want that now. So he's got this season, basically, to fix it and, get back in the playoffs. If he doesn't, you're going to see I think you're going to see a lot of Mets fans calling for him to. I mean, I don't think they're going to call for him. I think they're going to be calling for Stearns to get out because they're going to call for his head at this point. Because quite honestly, it's like no one knows what the plan is. After 2 seasons ago, we should have built off of that. We thought we did, but it didn't. I mean, it showed that the Mets pitching faltered, and that was their biggest weakness. Stearns never did anything to strengthen it. He thought he could replicate what he did in 2 seasons ago, even 3 seasons ago. Reality was that wasn't the case. I think he learned now at this point. Honestly, if the Mets can get Stearns, that would be great. But I don't know what you have to get. I mean, honestly, if you get Bichette, then at this point you might as well give up Batty, Mauricio, and Acuna, and maybe even Vientos for Stearns. I mean, I hate to say it, but you might have to give up those 4 for Stearns if you can. Because reality is those 3 out of those 4 are not going to be playing anyway. So why even keep them at this point? So he's probably using him as trade bait. My best bet. Actually, looking at it now, that might make sense. He's probably using him as trade bait to get some pitchers. I think that's probably what he's looking to do. I could be wrong, but follow me here for a second. You're getting a second baseman, you're getting a third baseman. Your young guns basically is Batty, Vientos, Mauricio, and Acuna. And you got Bench coming up. He's going to be a left fielder anyways. So you're not going to trade him. But you got these 4 others basically. Vientos is probably going to be playing first base unless they sign a first baseman. Then the question is what do you happen? What do you do with these 3 then? At that point, you're going to have to trade him at that point. And you're going to trade another prospect at that point as well to Stearns because Pittsburgh's not going to be able to sign him in 2 years. They're going to lose him. So they might as well get something for nothing. They might as well get something for him at that point rather than losing him for nothing. So if I'm the Pittsburgh Pirates and the Mets, if I'm Stearns, use them at that point. I would probably do that. I don't know if that's the case. I mean, that would be good if they can get Stearns, but reality is I think they're going to be looking at some other players at this point. I don't know who, but I think that's what it seems like Stearns is basically doing at this point. I think he's setting it up where he's going to use these 3 or 4 for basically to trade for a pitcher probably or 2. I'm hoping. Knock on wood. But we'll see. With that, I'll leave it at that. Unfiltered, unedited, of course, always unrehearsed. Until next time.